Hello student, welcome to standard 10th history. We are studying chapter 4th of history. The title is History of India Art part 6. In the previous lecture we have studied sculptural art. In that we have studied how Kailash temple at Verul is a unique monolithic sculpture. Then Ashoka, Emperor Ashoka has erected pillars. That is also an sculptural art. Then we had seen the folk style of sculptural art. So in this we have also seen that the different figures were made out of clay, that is clay images. Then we have also seen carvings with the stone tools. Then we have also seen the clay figures. Okay, in this way at Harappan sites several things were found, such as a rattle, such as the cart and so on. Then we had also seen the idol of Lord Ganesha mask is been made of Goddess Gauri, bull figures made for the festival of Bail Pola. All these are considered as folk style of sculptural art. Then we have seen the classical style of sculptural art, and in this I have already told you that in the classical style skill work is important, and it is quite important. It has to be very well depicted. So here we had seen the stupa of Sangchi, which is erected by Lord Ashoka. It was erected by Samrat Ashoka, not Lord Ashoka. Then we had also seen that Barhut, the stupa at Barhut. Barhut is a village in Satna district of Madhya Pradesh, and King Dhanabhatti was the donor to create this Barhut stupa. And this Barhut, the famous painting, it could be seen over here. Not painting, the sculpture over here. This is the sculpture of Mayavati. Mayavati, the princess, is resting there. She is carrying, she is pregnant, and her maid servants are at the bed besides her. The lantern is on at night, and then she dreamed. In her dream she saw an elephant and the lotus. Okay, and then this she was wondering what could be the meaning of this dream, and then she was told that you will bear a child who will rule the nation, but peacefully, not the war. He won't raise any war against any other, but peacefully, and he will spread the message of peace. So he is also called as Padmapani. Padma means the lotus, and Pani, lotus is calm and cool, attractive. In the same way, his message will attract the world, and he will spread peace in the world. So this was the dream of Mayavati at Barhut stupa. It has been depicted. Then we had seen Borobudur in Indonesia, the largest stupa which was built in Indonesia. This was built in 8th and 9th century. So This is the classical style of sculptural art. You could see the stupa, the structure is so beautifully been carved out, is been designed. Now we move on to next topic, that is Indian iconography. Now what do we mean by iconography? What is it? So before that, let us see. The Gandhara school of art came into being in the 2nd century before Common Era. Gandhara school of art. This Gandhara school of art came into being in 2nd century in Afghanistan and neighboring region. It had Greek and Persian influence. So Gandhara school of art had Greek and Persian influence. It is the blend of that. The 1st and 3rd century Common Era, that is the Kushana period, saw the rise of Mathura school of art. So we have seen in Afghanistan the Gandhara school of art. In India, Kushana period time, Mathura school of art was came into existence. The Mathura school laid the foundation of Indian iconography. So what is iconography? Kindly mark it. Iconography is a branch of knowledge which includes everything about making of images of gods and goddesses. So it makes the images of gods and goddesses. Iconography means making everything about gods, images about gods and goddesses. You could see here in the picture the Lord Shiva is been depicted, dancing Shiva, which is considered as Nataraja. Okay, and different postures he has been depicted over here. So iconography means making of images of god and goddesses. The Kushana king made use of images of various deities on their coins. So it was also used on the coins. Later on, during the period of Gupta Empire, the iconographic rules were formulated and standards for sculptural art were set. So now they had several rules, and when there is rule, then it becomes the classical art. The art of making bronze images was developed under the patronage of Chola king during 9th and 13th century. So Kushana king, then followed by Chola king. So in this way, my dear student, the art of iconography went on increasing, went on adding something or the other. Bronze idol of gods and goddesses like Shiva and Parvati, Nataraj, Lakshmi, Vishnu, etc. were made in this period. So that is the Chola king's time these images were made. Then the rules were formulated during the Gupta Empire's time, and Kushana made use of iconography. They were it was started during that time, and they started making several images of gods and goddesses, which is considered as the iconography. In this way, my dear student, iconography saw three different empires. That is, first one is Kushana king, then the second one is Gupta Empire, where the rules were formulated, and third one Chola king, in 9th and 13th century, and bronze idols of gods and goddesses like Shiva and Parvati, Nataraj, Lakshmi, Vishnu, etc. were made during this period. So in this way, iconography came into existence during this time. So that's all, my dear student. Please read the part, read it nicely, try to understand the term iconography. When you hear this iconography, means you feel that something which we have not learned, but just imagine the statue of Nataraja, and from that you must say that to make the images of god and goddesses is considered as iconography. That's all. Good day. Have a nice time.